I'm glad to see that most of you are able to log in online and got some great compositions done. I saw some good stuff from Izzy, Riley, Patrick. Jess did a couple. Aiden was fiddling around with dynamics. Caitlin did some longer ones. Max and Jake got theirs done. Both very different. Liam and Jasper saw theirs come in just last night, and I saw one from Sebastian, I think even. This week I've got a new challenge for you, so I'm hoping that you can get to this window already. So this window is where you've gone into the studio again. Last week you would have gone and used the loops, which is the purple button up here, but this week I want you to use what's called the Patterns Beat Maker. That's this one in the middle. I'm going to click on it here and it's going to open up this box. Now some of you will be quite familiar with something that looks like this. Pretty much what it is it's 4 beats. I've got one beat here, another beat here, another beat here, and another beat here. Okay, so each beat is divided into 4 little blocks and 3 different sounds at the moment. We can add other sounds and all this kind of stuff, but at the moment I'm going to just click in here, and that's going to put a sound. The kick is going to sound on the first beat of the bar. I put another one here, another one here, another one there, and if I hit play I should get the sound of fairly interesting stuff. I can put in a snare. Okay, and I can do all kinds of weird stuff along the top here. And you get a funky beat. Okay, interesting stuff, hey? But I don't actually want you just to come up with a funky beat this week. What I want you to do is I want you to create the sound of a song, or try and come up with a song that is reasonably familiar. It might be Three Blind Mice, it might be Drunken Sailor. So Drunken Sailor we've been doing in class, particularly on Thursday group. And if you're thinking of your beats, I've got What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor. So if I was going to notate that, I'd have What shall we do with a drunk and say, well, let's have a listen to that. That's fairly interesting. I could change it up a bit. I might not put it there. I might get... Still going to sound the same. It's what shall we do with a drunk? Maybe put that one there. Say... Just change it up a bit. Whoa. Pretty different. Anyway, that's the challenge. Okay? I want you to see if you can come up with a song that someone else might be able to recognise. If you want to just do Drunken Sailor and change the beats around, that's fine as well. Now, after you've done that, what I want you to do, close that down. Okay, you can see that's our beat up here. And I can make it longer, I can repeat it, I can do all kinds of things. So I can make a whole song out of a little phrase. Give it a name. Maybe don't give it the name of the song. Maybe call it The Rusty Razor. The Rusty Razor. Razor. Rusty Razor. We're in Australia. Rusty Razor. And then that's a bit of a hint of what the song might be about. And then you go in here. Now I've already added you because I've had to do this a second time because my mic wasn't working the first time. But if you click on the plus, it'll let you put in names. Okay, so I can type anyone's name into this part here that I know is in this group. You can see all the names that are in there. I've got, well, actually Liam's in under Donna. Isabel's there, Izzy Westcott, Riley Hargraves, Patrick Hollyman, Jess Hargraves, Aiden Hargraves, Caitlin Hollyman, Max Wilson, Jake Wilson, Liam Doyle, and Alex Turner. I can just... Is that going to work if I just type Patrick? there's no one else to add, so it's probably not going to work. Anyway, as soon as you start typing someone's name and you just leave the cursor for a bit, it'll eventually come up and it'll say, so if I was to actually delete Patrick out of this one, where is he? Right there. Remove. Okay, so I don't want to remove him now, so I'm going to just remind the computer. There he is. It comes up like that, and I click on him there, and then I can invite him. Okay, that way other people can listen to yours, and then they can write a comment over here. Okay, so they can write what they think it might be. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced than just using the Beats Maker, you can use different things in there. Now, I'm going to show you that. So, I'm going to click on, it says machines, but it's got a picture of a drum kit. So I'm going to click on there. Now that opens up all the instruments I can use. I'm going to use a keyboard, and I'm going to just use a piano, and I'm going to use a grand piano. Now, I close down this window, and I get this crazy thing because it's thinking I'm just going to put notes in with my pencil. If I go to instrument, it gives me a piano keyboard, and I can record by, I can hit the record button and I can play by just clicking on the notes. It's a bit clicky. Alright, if you're using the app on an iPad or on a phone, you can actually just touch on the screen and it should work. Okay, but I can see that if I was to use my computer keyboard, I can use Q, that looks like a full stop, and a comma, and I can still hit those notes. Now I'm going to record that in. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to hit this red button over here. It's going to count me in. 2, 3, 4. That worked. There you go, hit stop. I can close that down, and there it is, my piano part. Play it in, I can listen to it again. Alright, doesn't sound much like anything that we've composed before in the class, but by all means you can write in the comments what you think my song is. Alright, make sure you share it with everyone in the class, and that way everyone has a go at trying to guess all the different songs that they're going to be invited to in their inbox in the next couple of days. Anyway, that's enough from me for this week. Have fun writing me a little song, preferably as it's actually a song that already exists, and see how you go with that. Oh. Okay.